Hello there guys, welcome back to my channel. I trust all of you are having a very fine day. I want to talk about Victor Osimhen and this transfer saga between Mbuemo and Manchester United, or rather Manchester United against Mbuemo with Brentford. Now, the relationship that exists between Victor Osimhen and Napoli looks more like a relationship, a toxic relationship between a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Why do I speak in this manner? Now, I don't understand why you have totally, as a club, Napoli as a club, decided to humiliate a player that has given you so much for emptiness. Like, for what is happening to Victor Osimhen currently is laughable. And then, in one way or the other, we saw this coming. When they started releasing video of Victor Osimhen, coconut head, for missing a freaking penalty, I knew that we have a problem on our hands. You understand? Should we say that a player should not have choices, like a player should not decide on where to go to play football to be happy? Is that a problem here? Because I see this as a total charade of punishment for whatsoever decision Osimhen has made. Victor Osimhen Chelsea came to Napoli to get Osimhen. It was impossible. Napoli wasn't in. PSG came to PSG to get Osimhen. It was impossible. Every other place that this guy has chosen has been very, very impossible. Why have Napoli become so toxic? Why is Aurelio De Laurentiis, Napoli president, being this toxic? Whatsoever this player chooses, to go, it becomes a problem. Now, it's not like the case of teams are not coming for him. Teams are coming for him, but Napoli have been having some strenuous and some very unrealistic demands on all the clubs that has approached the player. And then when you look at what this player has done for this club, these are the players that you let go even for free because they have given you so much. He has given Napoli the first Serie A title in 30 years. Now, what amount can you have possibly demand for that player that can be equal to the achievement that the player has got in the club? What is this toxic relationship? I don't understand it, because now I'm trying to paint the picture on my head and it's looking very, very difficult. Now, I know that Osimhen must have communicated to the Galatasaray hierarchy who are in this negotiation with Napoli for them to understand how difficult the deal is, because they keep submitting deal, they keep making arrangement, they keep changing different formations and formula just for them to accept the deal to get Victor Osimhen out of the club. Is it a crime to play for Napoli? And then it's very, very easy for them to get a player, but it's very, very hard for Napoli to release their player to any club, especially if it's a useless player. It goes almost on a free, but if it's a player who gives his best, it's very hard. Why? Now, the news we are getting is that Napoli and Galatasaray has submitted another bid of 40 million euro thereabout, and they are going to pay the remaining installments in 2026 season ending. The truth is Galatasaray doesn't have this money, but because of the love they have for Victor Osimhen, they have been there. While most of us can come up with the issue of, okay, why not go to Saudi to earn more money and come back to the Premier League? Of course, it's good, but are we now saying that the choice of the player doesn't matter again? Because now, I feel like Napoli wants Victor Osimhen to go to Saudi because that is where they are getting their 75 million or 80 million euro, whatsoever the case may be, from. And now they make it look like, okay, since the player is against the club from making money, let us punish them. Punish the player. It's just very, very unfortunate and very disappointing to see, because I have never seen, and then this issue between Napoli and the Victor Osimhen start getting toxic from the point where they said he played the penalty and he missed the penalty that he shouldn't have played a top 9, denying a top 9 of taking a penalty. Let's even assume he took excuse before he took the penalty. Let's even say as a standing 9, highest goal scorer in Serie A, he demanded to play the penalty. Has he made a mistake? Because I don't understand where to paint the picture of this punishment. I see it as punishment. Let me know what you think about all these things. Do you think he deserves what is happening to him? Why is this transfer saga lingering so long? and so for so long, and then this has been happening since last season till now. It's crazy. Now another bid has been submitted, and then we have been optimistic because we feel like they had a positive talk, and then Napoli are going to come up with a result again. Now, how are we sure again that they are not going to turn this down? Because I feel like they are trying to pressure Napoli to leave the negotiation table so that they can sell Victor Osimhen to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, we can say yes, if Victor Osimhen go to Saudi Arabia, there's going to be so much money for him to earn. But the truth is, he's still very young. Even at 30, this same Saudi league, he can still go to that same Saudi league and get 2 to 3 year deal, and he's going to make a lot of money. It's true, he's earning $1 billion almost in a week, but yeah, the player decides where he wants to play. We can all have our opinions and our choices. And then apart from the normal contract he's signing, who knows the arrangement that has been made on sponsorship, on different deals in Turkey that this player is going to get? Why are we feeling like if he goes to Turkey, he's not going to have more money? Let me have your reaction concerning this. Do you think that Victor Osimhen has it? Because even in the last season, he's been earning some serious deals in Napoli, some companies and every, important outlet out there are trying to make sure that they have him on their own. They have a signature on their own, either company or product. Yes. If you are very close to what happens between Victor Osimhen and Napoli and Galatasaray, that's the relationship they have. It's not just the weekly wages. Why are we always being sentimental? Why are we always feeling like we've known everything about a player, the deal, and everything? Because I watched Audio Negalo. Of course, he didn't say anything out of reach. He didn't say anything that he shouldn't have said concerning the saga and then where he think Victor Osimhen should have gone. Because as a Nigerian, if you retire as a footballer, you don't have money. It's a problem, because the money you made is what you're going to be spending, and if at all you are going to be making an investment, it's still definitely going to be what you'll be making. You understand? I understand his point of, okay, of course, he went from, was it Watford to China? He came back from China. Even at 30, got signed for Manchester United, but all of us knew what happened. When he signed for Manchester United, he didn't even play up to one season. He didn't play up to one season before he got sold or he got to Saudi Arabia or something. He didn't play up to a season. Okay, let me say he played half of a season. Now, when you are saying a player should go to Saudi Arabia because he's 26 years old, now he's going to play 2 to 3 years in Saudi Arabia. Exactly how old will he be when he's going to come back to Europe? 29 years old. How much exactly are you thinking he's going to be earning? He's going to be at the mercy. Of course, he probably might be banging in goals, but because of the age-wise and because of so many things that can happen, Europe players are coming up now. Many of the European countries are going to look into buying so many young players, because especially with what Chelsea has done with a player of like 23 years or 24 years old, they are going to stick more with blind young players, because the inevitable has been done. Kids don't win trophies, but Kids has won the trophy in Chelsea. Let me know what you think. This idea of he should go to Saudi Arabia before he comes back to the Premier League, whereas or Europe rather, whereas he can probably be in Europe, but most of the big European teams don't see Galatasaray as a very big team. But of course, they're playing in Champions League. If they are not big, they shouldn't be playing Champions League. Many of us decided to watch Galatasaray match because Victor Osimhen is there. He's having more exposure. If he goes to Saudi Arabia, I have never watched one Saudi Arabia match. Never. Even when Ronaldo plays there, I've never watched it. Because I feel like I'm wasting my data, I'm wasting my time. Of course, I might be wrong, but now, because of the quality of, performances that we're getting in Premier League, we feel like, okay, Saudi League is nothing. And of course, in this Club World Cup that was just previously, ended, they turned up. But please, Napoli, whatsoever is happening, let us get Victor Osimhen out of that club. I don't understand why he's going to be staying in that club. I don't want to say too much about him, but it's becoming so annoying and frustrating. Now, when you see a quality player like a Victor Osimhen, Victor Gyökeres pass through so much, and I feel like the Sporting Lisbon team and Arsenal are having a very long conversation. In fact, we heard from Fabrizio Romano that they are even in England dragging almost arguably one of the best strikers in the world, dragging them as if they are nothing. Like, is it that to be at the top is also difficult for top nines? No. Let me know what you think about what you think is happening with Victor Osimhen. And now Manchester United. whatsoever you think like you will not be doing for Brian Mbuemo, you are probably going to do it either with ease or with force. Why do I say that? Is because now Manchester United are supposed to be done with this deal well before now. Giving Brentford time gives them more leverage, because do they have the absolute reason to sell the player? No. Does the player want to come to Manchester United? Yes. Does Brentford have anything to lose selling Mbuemo? Probably yes, probably not. But will they make money selling Mbuemo? Yes. But if Mbuemo stay with them, will they still achieve a lot? Yes. Staying in the Premier League will still be a lot more for Brentford, because now they are not with their normal coach, Frank. Now, why is Manchester United delaying to get Mbuemo? Do they want, because currently, apart from Manchester United talking to Mbuemo, no team is talking to Mbuemo. Why not get this player before because now the Brentford club team hierarchy, that is the management team, has decided to increase the money from 60 million to 70 million. That's the fixed fee. And the Manchester United, of course, as of today, have submitted their own bid too, but I'm not sure if it matches exactly the 70 million, but I think it's about 60 to 65 million pounds. Why don't they get this transfer done with and come and buy our player Nicholas Jackson? That is my own problem. I don't fucking care if you buy Mbuemo or not. But it looks like that is the first target for Manchester United. Come and buy Nicholas Jackson. Get done with Mbuemo. Because if they keep going like this, we are not Manchester United can never make top 7 if they keep going like this. If they keep going like this, they can't. Now, because they splash the cash, everybody is expecting them to splash the cash. So now we are waiting. I know one way or the other you must carry Nicholas Jackson, and this is not going to linger long like Mbuemo. Let me know what you think concerning this Mbuemo deal Manchester United. Do you feel like Manchester United will be, meeting the release clause? I think they've submitted about 65 million pounds today. 60 to 65 million pounds for Mbuemo. Brentford demanded 70. Let me know what you think. Do you think Brentford will be taking the deal? Do you think Mbuemo will turn up, with Manchester United, which I feel like he will, but the situation of things currently with Manchester United, not understanding their body language, I don't understand what to expect, because by now it's been over a month that they have been linked with Mbuemo. So let me know what you think. Chelsea, in the other hand, we are doing very, very fine. We're doing very, very fine. We're just waiting for Manchester United to come and carry Nicholas Jackson. That he has a bad season. If you watch my previous video, I analyzed whatsoever happened, the relationship between Jackson and Chelsea, and of course Jackson decided he doesn't want to leave the club. Of course, the club will cash in on him, because I don't know what choice or chance you think you have when there's Delap in the team, and then when there's Joao Pedro. Are you expecting they will bench them? Absolutely not. Let me know what you think concerning that also. This will be the end of the video. Kindly like and subscribe and switch on your notification bell so that when our subsequent video drops, you can get notified. Let me know what you think about all the reactions about these transfers, and then have a lovely day. Enjoy your day.